What's going on, guys? We are back with another video. It is opening day here in Hayward, Wisconsin. We just got done with the trolling video, which we posted, I don't know, a day or two ago, whenever we posted this video. But it is opening day. We got me, Shelby, Mitch in the boat, and today is all about jig fishing. We're probably gonna be fishing some live bait, and we might do another video on fishing plastics and early spring locations. So stay tuned. We're gonna run for the first spot. I think we're absolutely gonna smoke them today, and let's catch a bunch of walleyes. Any words to say? No.
I'm excited.
Shelster's excited. Mitch doesn't really care. Screw Mitch.
He's got coffee. He's got
Alright, so we'll see you there. Shelster's hooked. Oh, first casting one. It looks big. Did he smoke it, Shelby?
Yeah, he smoked it, and it's so fun on this rod.
This is the 7-foot light. Super awesome jig rod. Not like a crazy big one, but a lot of fun. Yes, Shelby.
Smoked it. God, that was nice.
Open your bail. How's walleye season going?
Good so far.
Little 1/4 ounce Google Eye, jigging minnow.
It was so much fun catching it on that rod. I'm so excited to catch more. This is a nice fish.
It is. I think it's all at 22, 23. Let's get them back.
Okay.
Quality. First of many hook sets today. Give me something too exciting. Hooked up.
We are hooked up. Not sure what it is though.
Sun is blinding me right now. Gotta be a nice walleye.
I hope so.
Oh yeah.
Want me to net it?
Maybe it's not a walleye.
I don't think it is.
Oh, it is a walleye. What is that, dude? It's a big walleye. Big walleye. On the light action rod, dude. That's a tank! That's a tank, dude!
Nice.
Dude, oh, that is too awesome. We'll give you guys a look. Look at that stud opening day walleye. Too cool.
It's just a tank.
I'm gonna let him go. That is what it's called. Big female.
Oh, got my stuff.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir. Hooked up. Too much fun. Not as big as Mitch's fish. Got too many boats around to use the net. Opening day. Catching walleyes. Too cool. This would be a good eater if you were going to keep them. But I am not keeping fish today. That little 1/8 ounce Google Eye, you know, a lot of times we're finding this morning, and which we find a lot in the spring, is we're finding fish pretty much everywhere we go. We're just not catching fish everywhere we go. We're fishing through a lot of fish right now. Now, whenever you're looking at that side of it and there's kind of fish, and you know you're in fish in every cast, and you're picking one up here and there, generally a minnow's the deal. So they're not really amped up yet, but what's gonna happen is the sun's gonna get higher, we're gonna keep this wind coming into this shore, and water's gonna warm up. And by the afternoon, this bite's absolutely gonna snap off, and we're gonna catch a lot more of these fish, so we'll keep fishing.
Hooked up.
What is it?
He thumped it. It's a walleye, I think.
Oh, she calls it. She just calls it shot.
The way he hit the bait, you know. I'm an expert.
You're damn expert, Shelby. Ooh, it is a nice walleye. Good work, baby.
You're an expert.
Oh, jig's out too.
Nice.
Perfect.
So we're making lots of casts right now. We're fishing around a lot of fish, but only... Start over.
I liked it. I liked
Ouch. Good work, baby.
Thank you. I think it's a bass.
Oh, oh boy, that's a big walleye, dude. Big
I
walleye.
hope it's a big walleye.
That's a big walleye, actually. It's right there. Oh yeah. Oh, no. Oh yeah.
I think it is.
Big walleye, Shelster. Don't panic.
I'm not.
Get panic.
Panic.
I'm nervous. Got it.
Baby, give me some. Smoking them now.
Yes, we are.
Shelby's just smoking the doinks.
Good.
Little 1/8 ounce Google Eye. A little shad color, just that real natural, great color in clear water. Look at that. Beautiful,
Beautiful
northern
fish.
Wisco walleye. Catching them on jig and minnow. Too awesome. Are you having fun?
I'm having a blast.
All right, guys, so real quick, I want to talk about kind of the specifics on both how we're working this jig and our setup, because both those things are really important when you're fishing these fish in very cold water on very finesse, a very finesse setup. So basically what we're doing here, this is the 7-foot light fast action Elliott rod, spinning rod. I'll go ahead and link it down below. I've absolutely fallen in love with this rod over the last few days of doing a number of different finesse things, and I was kind of interested to see what it would do on some of these bigger walleyes that we've been getting, and it is absolutely perfect for it. It's a very soft tip on this rod, and this rod is absolutely feather light. I got that paired with the Pissy Fun Carbon X 1000 10-pound braid down to a 10-pound fluoro lead, and this combo is just unbelievably light. It's so much lighter than even a medium light. This is probably one of the few things you'd actually do with it besides maybe like throwing a hair jig or crappie fishing with it, but it helps to cast it out there when you have that real light action rod. So I can cast this 1/8 ounce jig a long ways. I'm fishing an 1/8 ounce Google Eye jig. And like any jig, you want to be going all the way down to the bottom. Now, one big mistake a lot of guys do when they jig is they like to do something that looks like this right here. Like the 5 or 6 foot pull. That is bad, especially this time of year. You don't want that bait coming halfway up the water column, in 8 feet of water. So basically what you want to do, get that line tight. And all you're doing is picking it up. About a foot each time. Just like that. Over and over and over. And most of the time what's going to happen, when you're doing this, your bait's only coming 12, 18 inches off the bottom. And most of the time what's going to happen is you're going to pop up, bait's going to be falling, thunk, you're going to feel it real hard. One of the crucial things with jig fishing is keeping a tight line while the bait is falling. And it takes a little bit longer because you're fishing an 1/8 ounce, but with this super light rod, you can feel everything. You can feel a jig hitting, and you can definitely feel it when that boom, that fish dumps it on the way down. So that's kind of the deal there. It's making a lot of casts, especially early in the morning. We noticed that this wasn't going to be like, we're catching fish, but it's not like a crazy boom, 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 boom. We're making a lot of casts to these fish once we find them on side imaging. So having a real finesse rod like this, a real light jig that you can fish slow, work cover very well, and feel those very light bites is kind of the deal. And that's basically how we're catching most of our fish this morning. We're hoping as the day goes on, they kind of get a little bit more aggressive, but all we're fishing there is that 1/8 ounce Google Eye jig and a little fathead on there. So that's the deal. We're gonna get back after it, catch a bunch more fish.
Is that camera on yet?
Oh, it's on.
Got just a big one. I say that and it's gonna be a bass.
I'm gonna grab the net for you, Mitchell. Sun is coming up. Fish are definitely biting better.
This one just clunked it.
Just doink ya. Ooh, look at that. Nice fish. Nice fish. Oh, here he goes. He's going on your boat, Mitchell. Yeah.
I literally got blinded by that sun.
Oh my gosh. Oh. That's called a great net job right there.
It's called great fishing
That's
right
nice.
there. All right, guys, my first bluegill of the year.
Nice one.
As you guys see, there are no nice walleyes in Hayward, so do not come here.
No big walleyes in northern Wisconsin.
All right, let's get this thing back.
No, I lost
Shelby,
Come on, Shelby, what the heck?
it. Sorry, Mitch.
Shelby does a long, like, looping cast right over Mitch's line. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
oops. I don't reel in. I'm just
Mitch,
like, oops.
Don't mind
Mitch,
me.
you want to reel in? I cast it over you.
That is a Walton.
A little smaller one, little eater. Jigging minnow, catching them.
Finally got a little eater here.
Gonna let him go?
Yeah.
What do you think, Chelsea? Are you having a good time?
Yeah, always having a good time. Hooked up.
You be crushing it, girl.
I know.
This is gonna be a good walleye for sure.
Yeah, it feels nice.
I can scoop him up.
Oh, it's not that big.
Not that big. Are you spoiled? It's like an 18-inch lead.
Yeah, I'm spoiled.
I mean, it's really not that big though.
It's what? 8 o'clock, 8:30, and we are crushing it. I mean, yeah, we're gonna have like 10 videos at this point.
All right, so I've said it before, spring all about side imaging. We're catching all of our fish in basically 4 to 10 feet of water, and we're actually fishing a lot of plain sand flats that are holding a little bit more warm water up shallow with the wind coming in. And sand flats are a very overlooked piece of structure this time of year. Generally they warm up quick. If you got wind coming into them, it always makes it better too. But fish pop out very well on side imaging when you're fishing sand. So basically all I'm doing is driving around some of these bigger sand flats, and if you have an irregularity in this big flat or a dip or a little point that comes out on it, you know, that's kind of what I'm looking for as far as breaking down a larger area. And then all it is running around with your side imaging on it. What you're looking for is shots that look like this right here. You know, these are likely walleyes and smallmouth. A lot of times you'll catch both in the same areas. Or you're looking for something that looks a lot like this right here. And a lot of times in northern Wisconsin, you know, it's not like we're looking at like 100 fish at a time. You know, we're looking at, you know, 8, 15 fish in a little pod. And, you know, generally you kind of keep a mental note of where those fish are or waypoint on them. And because we want to be making a lot of same cast to this area, we're spot locking upwind. We don't want to be drifting through. You know, it'd be real easy just to kind of get upwind of these areas, drift down them, catch one fish and say, oh, there's only one fish there. But if you see those fish on side imaging, spot lock up for them. A lot of times if you just keep making those repetitive casts when the bite's a little bit slower like this, you guys are going to be much more successful and pull 3, 4, 5, 6 fish out of that same school. So, you know, use that side imaging, keep that in mind, especially when the water is cold early in the morning. Remember to work those fish thoroughly. And if they move, but you know, kind of keep an eye on with side imaging is definitely the way to go. All right, guys, we are hooked up on another one. Just side image the good pod. Look at that one. That is too cool. Beautiful walleye on the tickle tail here. That is exactly what we were after. Just side image that pod, pulled up on him. I was like, somebody's gonna catch one on the first cast. And sure enough, there we go. This is my absolute favorite way to fish in the spring. I'm sure Mitchell and anybody who has done this before would agree. Popping swim baits in the spring. And that one smoked that little tickle tail. There he goes. Well, me and Mitch are throwing the plastic shelter.
I stuck with a minnow.
The jigging minnow. That looks like a heavy fish. Did you pop it good?
Yeah.
Are you addicted?
Addicted?
Addicted to throwing the old jig pop?
Yeah.
Actually, you better fight this one accordingly.
Here, come around me. You getting underneath it.
Oh, look at that one, Shelby. Good one. Good one. Good one, Shelby.
No!
Start panicking.
We're all standing like in 1 foot of the boat right now.
Is he hooked in the side?
No, it's just wrapped around it.
Yeah, he just wrapped around it. Beauty. Look at that. Straight chunker.
Yep.
Beautiful.
I'll take a few more of these.
Fish on. What you got, Shelster?
I don't know.
Yeah. Look at that little guy. Nice little eater walleye in the jig.
Oh yeah?
Maybe a little spear wound.
Yeah. Interesting.
All right, guys, that is gonna wrap up this morning's quick video on jigging live bait. Super effective way to fish in the spring. You know, hopefully you guys learned something both from location and presentation, kind of exactly what we're doing. We've already caught a bunch of walleyes today, and we were on to filming something else. Shelby, you caught the most. How was it?
Fun. I love out fishing you guys.
Mitchell did catch the biggest though, and I did mediocre, so that was pretty cool. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for a ton more walleye videos. We're gonna be cranking them out today. And if you're not yet, please subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.